Can you please turn the volume up for this? I want you to listen to this story. My next guest wrote the idea for her debut novel on a cocktail napkin mid-flight while she was working as a flight attendant. Now, she's a two-time best-selling author, but getting here was not easy. TJ Newman joins me right here in the red chairs. Her newest book called Drowning, The Rescue of Flight 1421. I am staring at the American dream. Please tell us your story.
I am a 15-year overnight success. I was a flight attendant for 10 years. I had the idea, as you said, on a flight, on a red-eye from LA to New York, and I put the passengers to sleep on those red-eyes, and I got to work. I started writing my books by hand in the forward galley while everybody slept, and flight after flight, I cobbled together a book, and then I went forth to get a literary agent to get it published, and 41 literary agents in a row rejected me, and my 42nd was my one and only yes.
But how, right? I mean, I have a notebook. I have dozens of spiral notebooks filled with ideas for books, for businesses, for shows that I have never executed on. What gave you, and we all do, what gave you the fortitude to execute?
I just believed in the idea. And I believed that if I could tell the story right, that people would connect with it. And they have. My first book, Falling, the one that I wrote on the plane, debuted at #2 on the New York Times bestseller list and became Simon & Schuster's fastest hardcover selling debut in 20 years. My second book, Drowning, it also debuted on the New York Times bestseller list, and both of them have movie deals. Falling is with Universal, and Warner Brothers is with Drowning. I just knew that if I could tell these stories right, that people would connect with it. It would be an experience for them, that they would love to go on these rides with me, to hear these stories, to, you know, go with these characters and put themselves in the position of the characters. Because I write about planes, right? I write about regular people on a plane that are suddenly in an extraordinary set of circumstances. And what do? That's what we experience when we read these stories, and it's been so incredible to see readers really respond to that. And I think readers like saying, well, what would I do? If I was in that situation, what would I do?
What happened to the 41 literary agents who told you to take a hike?
I don't know. I got a list kept somewhere, but I'm grateful for them. I found my one and only yes, and it was the right fit. So I'm ultimately grateful for them.
Do you ever think back to your old career? When you think now, what flight attendants, what pilots have to go through. When you watch the videos we air on the news, people getting in fist fights over masks and politics and nonsense. Do you ever miss that old job?
I don't miss that aspect of the job. Not at all do I miss that aspect of the job. And I have to say, these books that I write, I portray flight attendants and pilots as they are, which is as heroes, as safety and security professionals. And that's what they're on board the plane for. And when I have a reader come to me and say, you know, I never knew that flight attendants were that well trained. I never knew that they had that many responsibilities. This has really increased my respect of flight attendants. Nothing makes me happier than hearing that.
You can write about these crazy experiences because you lived them. What was the craziest thing you experienced on a flight?
Well, luckily, both of my books are complete works of fiction. They are not based on anything that I personally experienced at work. But when I think back to the incredible stories that really stand out to me on the plane, it was the guy who practiced his proposal to his girlfriend on me in the galley. You know, his hands were shaking, and we worked through his speech together. And I still think to this day, did she say yes? I never knew. I think about the woman who was on her way to her best friend's funeral, and she wept in my arms. This is a complete stranger. And those are the stories that I really remember from my time flying. And those are the types of stories that fill my book, these random connections with a complete stranger that you are with for several hours and then you never see again.
Well, right now, complete strangers are hearing your story and they're connecting to it. What is your advice to every person out there who is laying in bed saying they don't want to go to their job tomorrow, they haven't pursued their dream, but they want to? How can they connect? What's your advice?
Go for it and keep going until you get exactly what you want. I hope anybody that sees my story takes the message of, if I can do it, you can do it. I didn't know anybody in publishing. I didn't know anybody in film. I didn't study writing. I didn't study English. I just had a good idea and was willing to do the work. And I hope people see that and see themselves in my story. And I wrote the kind of story that I wanted to see, right? Like, I love a big action thriller. The movies that I love are The Dark Knight and Top Gun and Mission Impossible. Those are the stories that I like. Those are the stories I want to tell. And I just wrote those stories. And Stephanie, you know this. It's hard to look around a room and not see yourself represented. And I didn't see a lot of women in the action thriller writing landscape. But I ignored that. And I said, these are the stories that I want to tell. These are the stories that I love. I am going to do this, and I'm going to keep doing this until someone finally says yes.
I am so privileged to meet you. The takeaway, believe in yourself, do the work, and then finally go for it. TJ Newman, thank you for being here.